Hi, good evening, everyone. So I know this podcast looks a little bit what's going on here. Sorry about the light as well. I've tried to hide it, but it's mission impossible. I know it looks a bit like suspenseful, like what's going on. So as you know, LWP have had a very busy week this week. Monday was at the Dunes. Tuesday, Fantasy Island. Wednesday, which was the biggest day, was at Happy Days in Chapel St Leonard's. Not only that, it was Aaron's 30th year of wrestling. So because we had no podcast lined up tonight, because it's been such a busy week, some of the LWP and myself was just chatting this morning, and it was like, Aaron celebrated it on Wednesday, but could we do some more? So we have. I've got two people that are joining me now. There may be people popping in and out all throughout this podcast, so just bear with.
Oh, Amy. Hello.
Hello, lovely ladies.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Aaron's 30th year of wrestling.
January is 20.
On Wednesday.
20.
20.
20.
Why am I saying 30? Well, I blame Zane for that. So let's just ignore everything that I've just said. It's his 20th year. So 20 years in the wrestling industry can't be easy. Amy, you are one of Aaron's trainees. You go, let me try and shut this blind. You go to the LWP Training Academy.
Mm-hmm.
So how is that?
Training with Aaron is probably one of the best things that's helped, I'd say, me actually grow as a person, because I've been training 2 years of July this year, and he's such a good trainer. He listens to what people want, what people want to do, and he's just, the things he's helped more than just in wrestling. He deserves it more than anything.
I mean, he's not always a walk in the park, is he? I've seen your homework. So alongside that, he's quite firm. He's quite firm with you, and he sets his boundaries, and he's like, this is what I want. Have you got what it takes? Now, you quite clearly have, because 2 years you've been at that training school.
And you travel like 2 hours.
Yeah, and 2 hours traveling to get there, that's dedication if ever I've seen it. So you've said that Aaron helps you, not just with the wrestling, but other ways does he help you?
He's helped more with my confidence and everything, and he's one of them people where you feel like if you needed to speak to him about something, he'd listen to you, no matter if he had something going on, if whatever. You feel like he would listen to you and he'd take into account what you wanted to say.
So all in all, you could not want a better trainer.
No.
Tracy.
Hello.
Good evening. So, Tracy, let's talk about how you got involved in LWP.
Well, I seen Aaron posted on Facebook a few years ago that he was thinking about opening, obviously, the training academy. And then he put a post on asking if anybody fancied refereeing. And as a family, we watch wrestling quite a bit, don't we, Neve?
Yeah.
Well, we used to. And so I saw that and got rather excited and decided that, I'd give that a go. And that was it, really. I
can't imagine you becoming all excited, Tracy.
I did get asked if
so you went along to So you went along to the training school when it first opened, and am I right in saying that your confidence wasn't exactly 100% when you joined LWP?
No, obviously, a lot of anxiety, putting myself out there, didn't like putting myself in new situations. So it was a case of, doing something different was a case of just building up that confidence a little bit. So yes, it was quite low, but it's up and down still, but it's getting there.
I mean, to be fair, you go out there week after week, put yourself in the middle of that ring, and you do an amazing job. Would you be
Thank you.
doing this without LWP?
Oh no, definitely not. I mean, it's not something that didn't even enter my head until I saw Aaron posting saying he needed referees. And I was like, I can't wrestle because I've got injuries and my age and things like that. So I was like, why not?
Oh God. I can't do it. I'm too old.
I think I am one of the oldest ones there.
Oh, I don't know. You're only as old as you feel, aren't you?
After 3 days of a couple of days of refereeing, I feel a lot older than I am sometimes.
Sorry, no, I keep looking down. I'm just looking at my phone because, I mean, Aaron, I'm not even sure if Aaron is aware that this podcast is running yet. And I've got some messages from some of the trainees for him. So I was just trying to find them on my phone because you know what I'm like. I've put them in there, but I don't know where I've put them. So that's normal, right?
Could be anywhere.
So I've got, like I said, quite a few messages from some of the trainees, and these are the younger trainees because I'm hoping that as we go along, the adult trainees will be able to jump in. Obviously, I'm mindful of the fact that everybody's got jobs and things like that as well, so it's quite difficult. But this message is from Liam. He is 11 years old. He's got epilepsy and autism, and he says he loves going to training because I've made new friends and they all look after me. Aaron doesn't get mad with me when I get a bit upset. He just carries on so I can sort myself out and then join back in. Wrestling is my life and it's all I wanted to do when I'm older. I want to be Skeletor and I already have my entrance. How cute is that?
Bless him.
That's adorable. And then we've got Lewis, age 6. I love Aaron and Sabrice. I get scared I'm going to get hurt, but I just keep trying and I get to see all my best mates training. I love seeing Aaron at school too because I can punch him and he laughs. He's funny. You've got to love kids, right? You have got to love kids. And Kaifa says, Aaron makes me feel safe and I like it when he teaches me things that I don't know. He's even helped me to do a coffin drop when I was too scared to do it. I really like Aaron. And Lola says, I love Aaron and I like wrestling and doing forward rolls. How cute is this?
I do.
So they're just a couple of messages.
Sorry.
Go on, what was she saying? What? I can't hear you.
Wait, I'll go get it. 1 sec.
Thank you. Your sound's just dropped. I don't know why.
Can you hear me now?
Can now, yeah. Go for it again.
So I've got it now, darling. So he's put Aaron is strong and smart when it's British tech. And he's put Aaron is patient when he teaches us all together. He is a good coach. I enjoy going in training because he has no ego.
See, that's a big thing for Aaron, I've noticed. He doesn't do egos at all.
Not at all.
And I think I don't come to the training academy every week like you guys do. But from my perspective, I think that makes such a difference that it's not all about who's the best. And especially for the young ones. So, Amy, you have trainee belts as well, don't you, that you can earn?
Yeah, every month, whoever Aaron thinks. But every time he gives it out, he doesn't give it out based on just skill, just improvement and everything. So he takes everything into account, which is always really better than most people would, I think.
And how many times have you won that belt?
3 times.
You may as well just keep hold of it. Zane's had it as well, hasn't he, Tracy?
He has, yeah. And like what Amy's just said, Aaron looks at them trying as well. It's not about always, and it's what he says in training as well to them. It's not always being able to do the move straight away. It's the fact that they don't give up. It's that perseverance and they keep coming. And, you know, a lot of the juniors as well come and help out at shows and things like that. And Aaron notices everything like that those juniors do. And that's why he does, you know, when he gives them the belt, it's not just because,
See,
oh, you've done this move.
exactly, and you've just touched upon that as well. So the trainees, whether they be adult or the children, on show days can come along and help set up the ring, take the ring down, all the mundane parts of a wrestling show. So they get to see the full picture. So it's not like Aaron's blindsiding anybody. He's like, this is exactly how it is. If you want to be a wrestler, this is the hard work, the dedication, and the time that you need to put in. Have you got what it takes?
And that's what he does say to them. He does explain to the juniors, you know, it's not going to be that you just walk into somewhere and you end up on TV and you end up earning millions. It's hard work. And he teaches them, you know, he teaches them that respect of going and helping and doing the ring and things like that. He says it's very important that wrestlers do that. You know, they need to be able to go and do that. And already the juniors are doing that as well.
Yeah, which I think is really good. I think that's really teaching them what it takes. Brent Wilkinson, aka the Hound Dog, has just put in the chat, I wish I could make the podcast. I just want to say a massive thank you to Aaron for being the person that he is. Aaron in the training school and being a part of an amazing team have changed my life. I mean, to be fair, that this seems to be the reoccurring theme that I've been getting since I've been talking to everybody throughout the day, saying, you know, what is it about Aaron? What is it about the training school? What is it that pulls you guys in week after week and after week? And everybody is saying exactly the same thing. And it all seems to boil down to who Aaron is.
Massively. I think when you go there, and we've said it a few times at shows, it's like a family. Everybody is just one big family. And it sounds a bit of a cliche, doesn't it, to say that, you know, everybody's like a big family, but it really is. Everyone knows if you've got any problems or you need somebody, you pop it on, and there's plenty of people that are willing to help. Aaron, Sabrice, yourself, James, Craig, everybody. I'm not Miss Brent out, sorry, I'm Brent.
See, this is really hard to remember everybody, isn't it? As I was setting the group this morning for the surprise podcast, I was going through it and like I feel like I'm missing people, and I was like, I don't know who I'm missing.
I think it's because as well, there's so many people that aren't just trainees that are behind the scenes a little bit. You know, you've got Laura who helps with the shop and the raffle. You've got like Rick who'll do the door at the Sun Castle and help behind the scenes a little bit. So it's not just the faces that you see every week, it's the other people. But again, I think that just shows what great people that we're doing it for.
And I think you've hit the nail on the head there when you said it's like a family, because that is something that you hear all the time. I think I've heard it in every single workplace that I've ever worked in. I've heard it with every company that I've ever worked with, basically. Everybody always says it's like a family. But with this, it actually really, really is. I think from my second time, bearing in mind, Sabrice pretty much dragged me to the first show that I ever went to, which was about a year and a half ago now. Sabrice, you're muted, by the way. So, so she dragged me to the first show, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to enjoy it. Like, I don't think it's for me, Sabrice. And I came along, and the first one, I was a little bit quiet, and I know that might surprise everybody, but I was. And then I came along the following week, and then the week after that, and then before I knew it, I could not miss one show. Where is your other half, Sabrice?
He is here somewhere. Hang on, I'm going to put the camera, well, the mic on me. I'm going to give him a shout. 2 seconds.
Does he actually know that we're live yet?
Well, no, he actually, as we pulled up and we got back, he looked on his phone and he realised, what's going on? Why is there a pod? What's going on? And I went, oh, yeah. So then he was like, oh, okay. And he's like, what's going on? I went, oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's the thing. He's actually
Yeah,
just
this little surprise for him.
Hey, are you all right?
Hello, you.
How you
It's a
doing?
little
Sorry,
surprise for you.
no, bless you. I didn't even know it was like going off. I was just sitting on my phone and they're going live. I was like, who are they going live with?
It
Didn't know
sort of
nothing about it.
defeats the object of doing a surprise 20th year in the wrestling ring for Aaron if Aaron knows that we're doing it.
Oh, bless you. The problem is now everyone's going to want one. Bless him.
Well,
But no,
everybody's going
thank
to have to do 20 years then, aren't they, if they want one?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I might go 30 at this rate. We'll see. No, I'm joking.
Well, to be fair, I did make a massive boo-boo earlier and I did say you'd done 30 anyway, so crack on, you've got another 10 years.
Seeing how white I look.
No, you look fine. You've not obviously seen the beginning of this podcast.
No, just got back from a 7-hour drive. Just walked through the door, haven't we? 7 hours. Done me in.
I know. I'm really sorry, but you know, it can't go
No, you're
unmissed. So I've got some messages. So for everybody that is watching, I'm really sorry that you're gonna have to listen to them again, but Aaron hasn't heard them. So Brent Wilkinson, aka the Hound Dog, says, I wish I could make the podcast, but I just wanted to say a massive thank you to Aaron for being the person he is. Aaron and the training school and being part of an amazing team have changed my life for the best. And I just want to say the biggest thank you for that.
Bless him. Good lad. Good lad.
Zane says, Tracy.
Oh, he said you're strong and smart when it comes to British tech and wrestling. Aaron is patient when he teaches us. Altogether, he is a good coach. I enjoy going training because he has no ego.
Oh.
Bless him. I agreed with most of that apart from the smart. I was like, where's he looking? But bless his heart.
Bless him. And then Ifa says, Aaron makes me feel safe and I like it when he teaches me things I don't know. He even helped me do a coffin drop when I was scared. I really like Aaron.
Oh,
Lola says, I love Aaron and I like wrestling and doing forward rolls.
Oh.
Them kids are great. Really great.
Amy, what did you want to say to Aaron?
Let's repeat everything. I
Yeah, repeat what you said.
So obviously I've been training like 2 years and I can obviously say that you've helped me more than just in the ring, like confidence wise, and it's just one of the things where I feel like you're the type of person where I could talk to you outside of the ring as well, and I feel like you would listen and actually do some help. And it's like you've made my life so much better, and just thank you both for that. Yeah.
Oh, bless you, mate. No, it's an honour to train people like yourself. It really is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't say much in training. I don't, because obviously I've got that coach head on. But I think the world of all of you. You know what I mean? And it's I'm always a friend outside of the academy than just your coach. But that's got to be on the outside. But when I'm through that, when we're in that academy, I'll go into coach mode. But it's only for your better. But no, thanks means a lot. Really does. And I'm proud of you. Proud of all of you.
Laura says, I would like to say a massive thank you to both Aaron and Sabrice for making Kaifa feel as comfortable as he now does at training. He has never felt as comfortable as he does there, and he struggles to trust and open up. And you're both amazing with the kids at the training school. As a mother, I could not thank you enough for all you do and making us all feel so welcome and a part of the family at LWP.
Oh, bless her.
There's more yet. So Liam has epilepsy and autism. He's 11 years old and he says, I love going to training because I've made new friends and they look after me. Aaron doesn't get mad with me when I get a bit upset. He just carries on so I can sort myself out and then carry on myself. Wrestling is my life and it's all I want to do when I'm older. I want to be Skeletor and I already have my entrance. Lewis says, I love Aaron and Sabri. I get scared I'm going to get hurt. Just keep sort of training. I love seeing Aaron at school too because I laughs. He's funny.
Will do.
She was frozen.
She keeps freezing. You're freezing, mate. You're freezing.
Ah! Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, you keep freezing. Your screen keeps freezing.
Do you know what? It's because I've got these older children home from uni and they're zapping all my internet.
Oh, get them off it.
And well, I keep saying to them, you're going to have to go back because I need my internet on a Friday. Craig, what would you like to say to Aaron?
Well, where do I start? Where do I start with this
At
one?
the beginning?
Well,
all the bad things.
no, well, obviously, I'm one of the original trainees from 2 years ago. When I started, had a little bit of experience in another company, but not like anything great. Obviously, joining the LWP Academy opened my eyes up more to wrestling than I ever had done before. Going in the ring with Aaron, training with Aaron, you get comfortable in the ring with him. You get comfortable in training with him. He's not that father figure that you've never had. When things go wrong, he picks you up. Do you know what I mean? He never puts you down. He always pushes you to the point where he knows you can do it. He never gives up on you. There's not many people like that nowadays. And he's an inspiration to most people for what he's been through and what he does. Do you know what I mean? I mean, look, from when we first started to now, I mean, my life has changed massively. I don't think I'd ever, if I never met Aaron, I don't think I'd ever get back into wrestling. I'll be honest with you now. If it weren't for Aaron,
And a good job
he's
a good job you're doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate it. I really do.
Honestly, you're like that father figure, like brother, everybody can come to you.
Don't make me feel that old, but we'll go with brother.
But no, but you know what I mean? Like you're always there for people when they need them, and you've always got, you never put anybody down, mate.
Cheers, mate. It means a lot. It does.
So the running theme seems to be, Aaron, that you're just an all-round lovely guy, mate. That seems to be the running theme that we're getting tonight.
I can assure you, a lot of people is going to watch this laughing when you say that, but no, I do my best. You know what I mean? I like to see people grow, not only as wrestlers or as people as well. You know what I mean? And if I can have any input in that with anybody, I will do. You know what I mean? But obviously, when it comes to me and academy, we walk through our door. My focus is mainly on them, but it's more than just about teaching. You do grow bonds with people. You know what I mean? You get to know them inside and out. And, when, like you say, you have children and adults, but especially children, when some of them do have their own difficulties that they face on day-to-day basis and they come to us and they put that trust in you, you can't help but grow some sort of good bond with them. You know what I mean? And, it's one of them things where what are we on now? 2001, 2003, about June. About 2 years and a few months, I'd say, ago. It was just, like I said, it was just something I was thinking about. I never even thought I'd be a decent coach. I never thought I'd have it in me to do it. Wrestle, yeah. Coach, no. But, I gave it a go. And, seeing how everyone's come on and people's either, my own wrestlers have gone to Germany or just about to go to Germany, and the kids are doing well and they're overcoming fears, and they're, some have trust issues and they're putting that trust in us. you know, it just opens my eyes. It opens my eyes a lot. You know what I mean? That wrestling, I understand now, and I do understand. I never understood it at one time of day. Yeah, so many wrestlers say, you know, wrestling saved my life. Yeah, I get that now. I didn't get it for years. I was always questioning, what does that mean? But now I'm older, I get it because it keeps you away from anything negative. And, you know, when I was getting towards, well, I am coming towards the end of my career. I don't know when, but I ain't going to go on forever. I'm definitely at the back end of it. The one thing that's kept me focused for years, when I retire, at least now I've got this to keep me going. And it, you know, it's where I can keep positive and push others as well as myself to push them. And, you know, when you see everyone doing well, it kind of keeps that fire burning. You know what I mean? So rather than just wrestling for myself now, I get the same comfort and the same excitement seeing others do well who's under my wing. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing. I'm glad I've done it now. I am glad I've done it, especially seeing the people who's improved the way they have, and, you know, especially the ones that have stuck with us. You know, I really do take my hat off to them, and, like, you know, like Amy and stuff like that, who I said to her first, you know, I said I didn't think she was going to stick it, but when such as like Amy, you know, makes me eat my own words and proves me wrong, deep down I'm very proud of her for that, because I'm like, this is the attitude I want these people to have. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And that is kind of like a bit about, it reminds me a bit of myself when I was younger. A lot of people doubted me, but then I wasn't always the best, but I had the mentality to keep going forward. And that's what you need. And, you know, such as like Amy and a few others seem to have that. And I just hope they stay gripped with the mindset to keep on pushing forward with it, because wrestling don't just make you a good wrestler, it makes you a good person. It can keep you focused in life. It can open up a lot of doors.
It's not just the wrestling, though, is it, Aaron? It's not just the wrestling, though, is it? I mean, Ray's just put a comment in for you as well. So Ray says, Aaron is a fantastic coach. He's brought me on brilliantly. Even though I'm the oldest there, I get treated the same. Aaron and Sabrice are everything. They're worth traveling the 4 hours to training. Thank you. It's from Ray. So as I said, it's not just the wrestling that you deal with in the academy. You've got the reffing side of things as well. Like Tracy's already said, you know, she feels that just being a part of LWP has helped with her confidence and her anxiety. Ray's saying, you know, that he absolutely adores it. Neve, now you're not a wrestler, you're not a ref. You are a bit of everything, aren't you, my lovely?
Just do the music, really. So yeah.
They don't be so modest.
Well,
You don't just do the music, though, do you?
Can I please just stop you there? You know, and I'll say this, it doesn't matter whether you're the world champion in the ring, the music tech, or the cleaner doing the toilets, in my eyes. If you're part of a company, you all make it work together. There's no, you know, in my eyes, the music tech is just as valued as our top 5 wrestlers. That's the way I see it. You know what I mean? Because without the music tech, you ain't got the decent entrances and stuff like that. And you know what I mean? So I can't speak for every promotion, but the way we look at it is everybody is valued the same. You know what I mean? And that's it. You know, whether you're a referee, whether you're music tech, whether you're MC, backstage interviewer, or just someone that runs around getting coffees for people and that. You know, personally, I value them more than I do my own thing going out there. But then again, you know, it's teamwork, innit? And like you know, there's no great big soap opera with just one character. You know what I mean? It takes a lot to make something special, and that's what everybody does. You know, so I won't take the credit for that. I really won't. I'd say it's a team effort. We all should take the credit for that. You know.
But without you and Sabrice, never would have been LWP, and we wouldn't be celebrating your 20th, not 30th year in wrestling right now. Not together, anyway. You'd have still been, I don't doubt for 2 minutes that you wouldn't have made it to 20 years. but we wouldn't have been celebrating it together.
No. You know, it was a special day. It was a special moment for me. Like, I'll be honest with you. You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I got a bit overwhelmed with the match at the end. That's the third time that's happened to me. In your career, you'll have certain matches what mean so much, and that was one where. Hang on, this battery's about to go. 1 second. She's going to plug it in. 2 secs.
Oh no!
Right, 2 seconds.
Quick, run!
Here we go.
How dare you be travelling for 7
There we
hours and let
go.
your battery go dead?
I know I'm off for a run in a minute as well, but yeah, you know, it's third time I've got emotional like that. Like, one was with Alan Foss, my mate, years ago. I think that was when I was 10 years in. Brad Slay, I got a little bit overwhelmed with. I had a really good match with him, but Marco, that one the other day meant a lot. You know, reaching that pinnacle of 20 years, and you look back and all the decent moments you've had, and there's been a lot of falls as well, more bad moments than good, to be fair. I ain't gonna lie, there's been some horrible times I've faced in the wrestling business and the people around it, and you know what I mean. But all in all, them good moments outweigh the bad. And Marco was one of them sort of people who I rang up personally and I said, look, I've got my
It's
20th
not always going to
anniversary.
be.
Say again.
It's not always
Say
going to
again.
be a bed of roses, is it? There's bound to be
No.
ups and downs in any career.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. You've heard about politics in wrestling. I'm not going to go on about it, but there's a lot of, you know, it's all over the place. I mean, you've only got to watch like Dark Side of the Ring and, you know, some of these wrestling documentaries to know how bad the politics can get involved. And I stay away from all that stuff because it can weigh you down. I'm all about just staying away from anything negative and following the positives and just going forward. And, you know, as long as you keep yourself focused and away from anything really that you don't want to be getting your head involved in, then you'll be all right. But like I was saying, like with Marco, here's a guy I rang up. I just said, look, you know, we went back a long way. We've been friends for about 12 years. And I just said, look, I want to wrestle him. We never got the opportunity to do it in former promotions we both wrestled for. And I thought, why not make it happen now? And, you know, I was quite happy with the match. I thought it was quite good. Really good, to be fair. It really put on a hell of a show. And, yeah, I'm proud. It was a good one.
It really was. It was, and it weren't just the match either. Like the whole run up, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think it all just added to. And I could totally see why you got emotional at the end of your match, because it was such a fantastic week, and especially with it being your 20th anniversary, like it's gonna bubble over. I think we was all stood there at the end of that Marco match, and I think each and every one of us, everybody that was involved that day, all came out, and I think we all had tears in our eyes watching that.
Yeah, no, it's just two good old school friends, and you know, I watched Marco's podcast with you, and he said on that, I don't know if Alan ever remembers, and we're going back about 12, 13 years ago. But he says Alan was talking to me, was on about quitting because I didn't like where I was at the time, and he says, I don't know if you remember the conversation where he was trying to tell me not to quit and just to grit my teeth and hold on. And I did so, but I remember them moments, stuff like that. And we trained together years ago, and we've had moments where we've shared each other's thoughts and stuff like that. And we've been on the road together, and you know, and it was just one of them moments where it's just like a really good old friend of mine who I think, as a person in real life, is generally one of the nicest guys I've ever met. And I don't just say that because it's on this podcast. I'll say that to anybody. He's one of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever met in my life. And if anybody's met Marco behind the lights, they'll understand what I mean, because he's such a true, and I can't define this word enough, he's a gentleman, and he is certainly a sort of person even I look up to. You know what I mean? He's such a nice guy, and I think if everybody was like him, never mind this, the world would be a boring place if we're all the same. If everybody was like him, the world would be awesome. You know what I mean? Because he's such a I spend all day with him. I would 8 days a week. I really would. I would 8 days a week.
Well, we're not 8 days a week. I literally just went Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we're not going to go on because you've been in the car for 7 hours. You need to go for a run. You need to eat, and you want to spend some time with your lady. But we just wanted to all say thank you, Aaron, for everything that you do. Everything, and not just you, but Sabrice as well. And Sabrice, can you just pop your head in a second?
Hello.
I'm pretty sure that I stand for everybody involved with LWP when I say happy birthday, you beautiful lady, for Tuesday.
45.
Aww. -10.
-10.
That was a bit rude, Aaron. We've just been singing your praises, saying you're lovely. We take it all back now.
Gutted, busted. Right. Right.
Anyway, my signal keeps dropping, but thank you, Aaron. Has anybody got anything else they want to say to Aaron before he goes?
Can I just say to both of them, and I think obviously they both know my children. Obviously you've got Neve there as well, and you both know how low confidence she had when she started walking through those doors 2 years ago. And, you know, she used to hide and things like that. And now, you know, her confidence has grown because you guys have believed in her. And Zane as well. I think both me and Rick, the difference in Zane, he is with me. Hello. The difference in Zane, and, you know, this is from a mum's point of view, it really is that actually that child has now got something passionate in his life. When COVID struck, he had nothing apart from his Xbox. We couldn't get him out of his bedroom. He wouldn't talk to people. But on a training day or a show day, he is the first person out the door. He's ready. He's ready to go. And that's because of what you two do at the academy for him and for Neve as well. And like I say, Neve wasn't even into the wrestling when we came, but you made her feel welcome. You made Rick feel welcome. You made everybody feel welcome. You know, the first show that I ever did, I was quitting after that because I'd had enough. I couldn't do it. And if it hadn't have been for you guys saying, you know what, you go out there, you enjoy yourself, things like that, I probably would have quit. And actually, it's something that I've got a passion for doing and I enjoy doing now. So, do you know what I mean? Just massive thank you, because you are just both amazing people.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. No, it means a lot. And you're doing great. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just everybody's smashing it.
Yeah. And Neve, we've still got our deal at the end of the summer.
Oh, and Aaron, I'll put this on here then. Neve says that Miss Sabrice needs her own theme song again.
Yeah. Sabrice should have her own theme song again.
He's the boss. Don't ask me, I'm just a wrestler. She's the boss.
Agreed.
Neve's the sound tech, so.
You could make me come out to act the Barbie girl, and there's nothing I could do about it, is there? Once I walk out of the curtain, I'll probably give you a dirty look.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Aaron, we all love you. Congratulations on your 20 years. Sabrice, we hope you have an absolute amazing birthday. We all love you both so much.
Thank you.
Bless you. Thanks a lot, everyone. Thank you. God bless. See you soon.
Goodbye, everybody.
Right.
Bye.